Today, we stand at a crossroads of practicality and intuition. Okay, a powerful energy pushing us to find the balance between order and flow. We have the need for clarity, the desire for structure, and yet a pull from a whole different direction, telling us to let go and trust the process. So today's energy asks us to honor both. We don't have to force progress. Sometimes just allowing things to happen can lead us to exactly where we need to be. So join me as we embrace this energy. By the end of our time together, my hope is that you have the tools, the insight to go forward with a confidence, clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for June the 3rd, 2025. And if you like what I do here, leave a comment, leave a heart, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there because it just encourages me to do more and more. Speaking of more and more, you may want to go to my blogs on my website. You can go below in the description box. I'm sure I've got a link somewhere there to go to my website. Check out the blogs. I'm doing blogs probably at least 2 or 3 a week. Okay, so maybe you need to catch up, but it's all current, it's all relevant, it's all things that you would like to know about. So, anyways, back to you. Back to the shameless plug is over. Today we have the energy of the 3. So the 3 energy is about transformation. The 3 energy is our voice, our imagination, our curiosity, leading our heart with curiosity. If we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 6 plus a 3 plus a 9, and that gives us an 18. And that is understanding what fulfills us, what makes us feel alive, filled with passion, filled with anticipation, filled with happiness, joy, and love. What are those things that we want to bring nearer in our life, to bring them in so it's a part of our everyday experience? 1 plus 8 is a 9, and the 9 energy is about releasing and letting go, but with our new focus in mind. So things that are getting in the way of us taking that bold step forward, things that are getting in the way of us having that significant conversation, things that are getting in the way of creating I hear a wellness space, a place of comfort within your home. Sun is in Gemini. Our moon is in Virgo. And we have the moon opposing the North Node today. So the moon's in Virgo opposing the North Node in Pisces. And we're faced with this push and pull, okay, because they're opposing forces. So when they're opposing forces, we have to make sure that we don't go too far to this way or too far that way, but to find the center, to find the true balance and how it works for us. Okay, it'll be between the desire to analyze and organize our lives and the need to trust the flow and surrender to something larger than ourselves. Okay, it's asking us to balance practicality with almost like a spiritual outlook or a spiritual growth. We're invited to look at how we balance maybe material and the spiritual, whether we are allowing ourselves to move forward with faith or we're stuck in the details. We want to control. We want it to be picture perfect before we move on. So watch those kinds of attitudes today within ourselves to move forward, to complete it and then be done with that and to keep moving, keep moving. Gemini energy allows us to keep moving. It's about growth through intuition, growth through our imagination, growth through letting go and just letting some things happen on their own without this control that we must have in every part of our life, to let go of that control in some way. Okay, if there's been something that, in your life that you have been obsessing over, you've been trying to fix, today's energy invites you to just let it go. Okay, to trust that things will unfold as they need to, when they need to. And give ourselves permission to stop overthinking things and just feel the vibration in the air, feel the happiness and the joy within you, and let it out. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the unknown and trust that you're moving in the right direction. It's actually an ideal time to reflect, to meditate, to journal on our spiritual journey, where we've been, where we're going, how we can better trust our intuition going forward, how we can work on that. To expand our horizons, to step into the unknown. So ask yourself, what areas of your life would benefit from a little bit of a shake-up, from a surrender and a faith, rather than trying to control it all? And we may try to avoid reality. We may try to just surrender a little bit too much. Okay, we want to detach. We want to detach from our responsibilities and our obligations. And yes, we want to go with the flow, but we don't want to lose sight of our obligations, our practical goals. The moon in Virgo opposing the North Node in Pisces invites us to balance, structure and flow, action and surrender. Releasing the need for control, trust in the unfolding, embrace our spiritual growth, and stay grounded in the present moment, all at the same time. You guys can do that. Sounds a lot harder than it is, okay? Just understand that when you go through your day, understand where you have to have control over that. And when you lose control over that, that's when the anxiety starts. That's when the fear starts. That's when the limitations set in. Because we can't control it. So let go of the control. See what happens. Okay, who was that? Oh, the Judgment card. The Judgment card was at the bottom. So, rewards can come. Rewards can come when we have the Judgment card for the work you've done up till now. So yeah, go with the flow. Don't try and force anything. This is a moment of death and rebirth, allowing something to go so something new can come into our lives, perhaps. Okay, let's give them a fast shuffle. And the underlying energy for today is the Wheel of Fortune. The energy is always moving, always turning, always changing, always flowing. And so this is a card that asks us to journey into our tomorrows within our mind. And we have the 3 energy helping us with that, with the imagination and transformation and curiosity. This is the time to start looking at the new chapters that you are walking through in your life and starting to write out some of the things that you want to see happen and show up in this path of yours. To know that if you're going through a difficult time, that this too shall pass, because you will be going into, and I trust me, what do we have this month? June. I would have to say Jupiter moving into Cancer is probably going to be one of the biggies. The other one is what we're dealing with now with Saturn and Neptune. So close to an exact, but they are really in conjunct this whole time for us. So know that the energy is shifting and changing around us. And so we can't control it all because we can't prepare for every single shift. Some of those shifts just have to happen in our lives. And we have to be open into letting it happen. Page of Wands. Yeah, it's about dreaming. It's about our imagination. It's about understanding the boundless, I hear, boundless, endless possibilities that are open to you. Understanding your capability of what you can master now. Maybe you couldn't master it 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago, but you've grown since then. So this is the time to understand where we want growth in our lives. And it's wide open. There's nothing blocking us to what we want to bring in. We start to put the limitations in. We start to put the fear and the anxiety in. So today is about paying attention to that. The Moon card. Well, that's an 18 energy. So the 18 that we have today is amplified. To go straight, go forward, following our intuition, following what makes us happy, what brings joy, fulfillment into our world. Prosperity and abundance, maybe good health, maybe, but those are all things that make us feel good, happy, full of love, full of anticipation, full of passion. And when we allow those things to take over, sometimes the path is straighter than we could ever have done it ourselves. And the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is about making a decision. That we are at an energy point here where some of the things that are being offered to us will not be offered again when this card shows up. That we have to make a decision for what we really want to go after. To not allow, where I've been saying go with the flow here, but this one is more of not allowing things to work out for themselves, but rather making a decision about where we want to put our focus, where we want to put our attention. So even we have the teeter-totter effect here, the pulling of energies here within the cards. Some of the cards are telling us, yeah, we got to go with the flow, and other cards are telling us, but we need to make a decision. We can't shirk. We can't ignore our obligations, our responsibilities, what we're supposed to do on a daily basis, what we are supposed to be in control of, what we are supposed to be supervising or disciplining ourselves to do. This is about making a decision. Making no decision might allow for certain things that are opportunities for you at this moment not to be opportunities when you go forward, because you didn't make the decision to actually embrace that idea, that dream, that goal, that passion. Okay, we'll get a Nature's Whispers. Seems dark in here today. I've got the light on. The sun's obviously shining through the window in the background. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have Be True to Your Heart, 26, which is very much the 18 energy. Being true to our heart. What we want to come into our world, what we want to invent or give birth to, create, make tangible. Be true to your heart. Let's hold that up as well as I can so you can see. This is just one of those cards where the more you look, the more things you will see in it. I just love this artist. Okay. In this moment, draw on the energies of harmony and union when making a choice. The current situation is best supported using intuition and only a little intellect. So once again, we have that pull and that push, right? Oh my goodness, right in these cards. There may be difficult decisions that need to be made that are not necessarily about love. Consciously be aware of what interests you, what attracts your attention, what stirs your imagination, creates passion in your life. Do your best to ignore the persuasion of what others might think or say. Trust yourself and don't allow your opinion to be swayed. So believe in what you are dreaming of. Don't let people talk you out of your dreams, your goals, your desires, your wants. And let's see what the animal is today. We have freedom with the horse. Okay, freedom, transformation, free spirit, move, courage. The secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. Horse has a powerful message to share with you in regards of your time of transformation and newfound freedoms. Sometimes it's easier just to sit in your fuzzy PJs and hope that life will change, and yet you continue to allow yourself to be shackled away from your true spirit and soul. Horse tells you it's time to dream big. It may be time to make changes within your current relationships, whether romantic or platonic, or it could be that you feel stifled in your career choices. Freedom doesn't mean that you give up your entire life. Instead, allow yourself to disconnect from the anchors tied around you. It takes courage, but the end result will be a positive one. Spend time in nature, take in the feeling of the wind in your hair, breathe in nature's goodness, and just be. Just a few moments of solitude each day can allow your soul to reboot and clear itself from life's toxicities, freeing it in order to see the proper path. Horse could also mean it's time for you to move house locations to the country. It'd be more than a personal reading. It'd be more in a personal reading that would probably stand truer. We have to think about what we really need control over in our lives and what we need to allow just the flow to happen in our life to take us out of a bad situation, to move us towards better situations, to bring abundance, prosperity, love, people, learning experiences, adventures into our life. And it's like you're driving a car, and sometimes we're in park, and sometimes we're in drive, and sometimes we're flying down the road, and sometimes we're going very slowly. Sometimes we have to put it in reverse. And so even when we're going with the flow and we're full speed, we still have to pay attention to everything that's happening around us. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.